Having never been to Asia, I thought the best way to start was a 2-month trip through 7 countries across the continent, starting in India and travelling to Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, Malaysia and Singapore, completing most of the journey with my mate Catherine and meeting other mates along the way. Having just flown out of Laos, we entered our 4th country, Vietnam, landing in the northern city of Hanoi.
This is tamarind juice. Oh. Try that.
What did you do?
I touched chili and then I touched my face.
Despite having just arrived in Hanoi, we were keen to set off to Halong Bay, so booked a 2-day trip leaving the next day.
Doughty top. Music, no? Oh yes. Why am I into this?
Catherine.
I'm dead, don't film me.
The next morning, the tour group including a very hungover Catherine were taken to an oyster farm, where we were also given the opportunity to kayak through the bay. Finally the trip was finished by a short cooking class before returning back to the shore.
This onion, this one carrot, this spring onion, black mushroom with something and the dry noodle, right? Yeah, with some.
Having returned to Hanoi, we continued exploring the city, especially taking time to visit Train Street, which has since been closed to tourists due to obvious reasons.
Oh, it's a short one, what?
Where are we going?
To Ninh Bình. It's a rock, not a tree.
Having hired a moped, we set off to discover the amazing natural beauty of Ninh Bình.
Rain only, so.
Catherine, you helping?
Yeah. You can be useful too, you know, Mike.
I decided to get a bit more moped practice in before we set off to Hue to drive Hue Van Pass, and I was starting to get the hang of it, even though I was still going a little slow. Although we just arrived in Hue, we were not going to stay long as we were keen to set off on the Hue Van Pass. Take the whole lot in.
You want me to pour it all in?
Yeah. The pass was made famous by the Top Gear Vietnam special, and just like a Top Gear episode, we soon ran into some of our own problems.
At least you got it out. He locked his key into his bike seat thing, and then he managed to pull it open and get it out.
Having partially broken my seat to recover my keys, we set off again, heading this time to a waterfall en route. Catherine, what are you doing?
I'm looking at the fish. They're just eating me.
As we began up the pass, we were aware of the little fuel we had remaining, so we could only pray that it would not run out.
How the fuck did I get out here? Next level. What? Yeah, you can see who I am.
Finally reaching the petrol station, we realised we didn't even have enough money to put the minimum amount in each tank. Thankfully, the attendant was kind enough to round it up anyway. As it began to get dark, the worst problem of the day occurred. We both managed to get separated whilst Catherine was holding both phones. Unable to locate the other, we drove in a loop for a panicked half hour, till finally running into each other by chance.
Because I'm burnt. I hate to admit it. And sadly, Michael's not burnt. Which doesn't make any sense. Because he's white. Should I have said that?
is known for its lantern festivals, which becomes clear why once you go there in the dark.
We bump into the boat racing festival and then we bump into the 20th anniversary Hoi An cultural heritage thing. Look at our luck.
Upon realising the bus to Ho Chi Minh City took over 24 hours to arrive, we thought it would be best to fly to make the most of our trip.
Ho Chi Minh City, buddy. Cheers!
Vietnam has a dark history from its colonisation through to the Vietnam War. This museum in Ho Chi Minh City showed these atrocities, as well as many of the vehicles captured during the war. The final trip in Vietnam was to the Ho Chi tunnels, a vast network that was built during the war.
We have 3 levels of the tunnel system. First level is around 3 meters deep. Normally for fighting bunker, meeting room. This one they make it bigger for tourists. The trap right here, we call it booby trap, or some places in Vietnam we call it tiger trap, because original time this kind of trap we use it to hunt tiger. Over there is bamboo, and normally on top of bamboo they have poison.
We're gonna go shoot guns!
So we're here.
And just like that, the Vietnam leg of the tour was over, and we're moving on to our next country.
We're in Cambodia.